The way we approach environmental issues is also a practical one. We consider locally owned measures the most promising and sustainable. Rotary is locally based, internationally oriented, and non-governmental. Rotary is experienced in establishing multi-stakeholder settings with experts and businesses, government and community leaders to exchange ideas and to take action. Rotary is an experienced fundraiser and a reliable financial steward, useful for locally based financing of climate-oriented projects. In our global Rotary vision statement, I mentioned lasting improvement on a global and local scale, but also on a personal level. With our individual behavior, we are also responsible for the anthropogenic part of climate change. When Rotary recently adopted the environment as area of focus, it was not only about projects and programs, but also about our personal and professional lifestyle. Honest, intentional change always begins with ourselves, with each of us here.
I'm only one, so fighting climate change will be an uphill battle, as it is everywhere. But my role on behalf of the Dutch government is to forge coalitions across the world. Coalitions between public and private sector, between knowledge institutes, NGOs, communities, individuals, to really drive innovative climate action from a systems approach, so really understanding the problems where water and climate come together, value water accordingly, and then try to manage innovative solutions, bring them to scale and replicate. We know climate is hitting us hardest through water, already explained in all the videos, too much, too little, but also too polluted. So it impacts our societies, being the economy, but also biodiversity loss, increasing insecurity, migration challenges, and so forth. Governments around the world have the responsibility to step up our efforts. Investing in water, in these sustainable projects, and scaling them up, replicate them across the world, that will build the sustainability, resiliency that we need and will fight climate. What we fight now is not only climate change, but vested interest. We see it in every crisis. You all want to go back. Back to normal, we say. No, not back to normal. Back to the future. The future should be our reference. Rotary International, the partnership with IHE and the Dutch government, should really help us to move away from past projects and practices, help us say goodbye to these vested interests, and together look at that future, embrace that complexity, and start to scale up those efforts. And I think those partnerships across society, where Rotary can be an amazing partner, are critical important. They help across all stakeholder groups, across all regions around the world, and across all the interests from the past to say goodbye and say hello to the future. It is not always easy. We work within our own silos, within our own environment, in our own families and organizations. And stepping outside of your box, reaching out to the unknown, the unfamiliar, is of critical importance. Organizations like Rotary, but also the IHE, help bridge these differences, not by talking about the gap, but by talking about the challenges and the opportunities.
The general pledge is that Rotary, IHE and Water for Life join forces for more impact, more action through joint projects like the ones we heard in the Sandrefor example and the Wash Arusha example.
Our pledge is essentially to positively change the lives of people with this vital service of water sanitation. And we do that together with our partners, together with Rotary, together with IHE, and together with local water operators and Dutch water operators. That's our pledge.
At IHE Delft, with the help of for example, Rotary and Rotarians, we want to continue educating the future water leaders. Like Rosa is one and will become an even more important one when she returns home. We also would like to continue with inventions like the Sand rivers, and we would like to collaborate together with Rotary and with Water for Life to implement those projects and to support our alumni to realize this.
Rotary's pledge is to support with the network this collaboration with three partners, with bottom-up action from local volunteers, and with joint fundraising with Rotary clubs abroad and with the Rotary Foundation. So it's about bottom-up action and fundraising using the foundation.
So my personal pledge is to be hands-on with my local community on a think globally but act locally approach. This is I'm looking at it by invoking a behavioral change towards their view on climate adaptation, especially in secondary schools. My project, Post IHE, will look to educating learners about the importance of utilizing water efficiently and also keeping good hygiene. Thank you, Richard.